Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and finally, DPA Army, we have done it. We've reached 50,000 subscribers, and this is an amazing achievement. And we have been stuck for this past 10,000 took us like 5 months, so it's ridiculously long. So anyway, this is the SITREP for the day of 282, the 2nd of December, and I want to highlight to you guys, we have just started Operation 10,000 by December 31st. So it's going to be a ridiculous objective to hit. We're going to hit 50,000. No, we're going to get 50,000 subs within a month. So what you're going to do, you're going to get 5,000 likes for each video. And I believe we can defeat the YouTube shadow banning unit. So moving to the Ukrainian announcement that in their report, they say that they have shot down an enemy helicopter. And that's it. Over the past day, they have shot down an enemy helicopter, and I have went to Shit twice. So moving to the southern front, we have no information over at the Mykolaiv or Kherson front. Over at Zaporizhia line, there is no updates. Nothing is happening as the Ukrainians have been reportedly, or based on rumors, has been pulling their force away from Zaporizhia to reinforce the situation over at the eastern side, on the eastern front and the Bakhmut front. So at the Donetsk front, this is where the Ukrainians have launched a massive counteroffensive. We have fighting reported over at Novomyrsky, and at Shevchenko, at Mikhailsky, and at Mikhailsky, very significant was that they actually have Sukhoi 25 supporting their operation, and unfortunately one of them got shot down by the OSA surface-to-air missile of the Russian side. There's also fighting reported at Solotki, and this is, you can see that the entire southern side of the Vuhledar region, or Vuhledar front if you want, has been under Ukrainian assault. So maybe this is where all the Zaporizhia soldiers went to. And there's also a mixed bag of reports of fighting at Marinka. So on the 2nd, the Russians reportedly attacking at Marinka, but according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. However, on the 3rd, which is in today's report, the Russian Defense Ministry actually said that the Ukrainians are actually attacking. And the situation at Krasnohorivka continues, with the Russians pushing towards Krasnohorivka. And over at the Pisky region, we have fighting reported at Nevelsky, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. Yesterday I cannot find the this location. Sivernoye is actually here. Jivane over here is I actually found it the moment I stopped recording, so kind of it always happened in this way. In today's Russian Defense Ministry report, there is fighting reported at Adivka, with the Ukrainians launching an attack to so-called restore the positions where they lost, or to restore the positions they lost. And I'm not exactly sure where was the fighting. Is it in the south or is it in the northeast? There is no indication of where is the front lines of at Adivka. There's nothing else happening over at the New York or Novo-Bakhmutivka region. Over at Ukrainka, in Donetsk region, there's one MiG-29 getting shot down by the Russian Air Force. So this situation of Ukrainian fighter jets or aircraft getting shot down deep in their own lines, far away from the front line, continues. This is around 30 to 40 kilometers away from the front line, and this might prove that the Russians are employing some kind of long range missiles to engage all these Ukrainian aircraft. There is also a Mi-8 transport helicopter. Mi-8 can also do a rocket barrage, getting shot down over Selidove, or Selidovo, just nearby to Ukrainka. So both of these, one is on the 2nd, one is on the 3rd, on different days. So this is reported by the Russian Defense Ministry, of course. Moving on to the Bakhmut front. So if you haven't pressed the like button, it's time to press it. And if you have not subscribed, if you are new to this channel, welcome to the DPA Army. Press the subscribe button. You will not regret this. And the Ukrainian forces are attacking towards Mayos. So there is footages coming out from Mayos already that the Russians have clearly captured this location. The Ukrainians did try to attack on the 2nd uh, probably did not work out according to the pro-Russian source Ryba. They said that the attack was repulsed by the Russian troops. At Kudyumivka, on both days, on the 2nd and on the 3rd, the Ukrainians are launching an offensive towards Kudyumivka to recapture the village or the town. And there is also fighting reported at Andriivka, this small little town here north of Kudyumivka is also reported to be under Ukrainian attack. As you can see, this entire day is just full of Ukrainian offensives. And over at Opine, the Russians were attacking on the 2nd, and however, the pro-Russian source Ryba also said that the Ukrainians are actually attacking. So no, it's a mixed bag of information. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry actually claimed the Russians are actually attacking them. So there are rumors. There are rumors over the Bakhmut front where the offensive of the Ukrainian side is now being led by American officers. Not so sure how true is this, and also there is also information and rumors about heavy losses on the Ukrainian side over in the Bakhmut front, and all these injured and or casualties are all sent to Konstantinivka, where they supposedly have 2 hospitals, and the 2 hospitals are actually overwhelmed. But of course, these are all rumors. Don't put too much heart into it. I'm sure both sides are suffering a lot of casualties in this war. And over at the Vuhledar region, there is fighting reported at Vuhledar, the first time in probably a week, where fighting is now reported at Vuhledar with the Russians attacking over at this region. Most likely is still in this region here. The front line has not really changed for 2 months already. And over the Siversk front, the entire Russian offensive seems to have died down, with fighting only reported at Sperne according to Ryba. And there is reported reinforcement from the Ukrainian side arriving at Sperne to trying to hold the village or the region around here. Otherwise, there's no more fighting reported around here. The entire Russian Siversk super duper uber offensive kind of is a wet blanket of sort. Moving to the Kreminna front, this is Kreminna city, and this is Crispy Lemon, or Krasny Liman or Liman. At the Kreminna front, there is information or news that the Ukrainian forces have come really close to Chervenopopivka. The front line is probably around this area here now, very close to the town itself. According to, I think, Surya maps, and then I think the pro-Ukrainian source Deep State UA also mentioned something about this, or probably it's a pro-Russian source. I didn't remember which one, because our mapping is more or less there already. So the fighting is reported towards Chervenopopivka on the 2nd. However, the Ukrainian Defense Ministry actually said that the Russians are the one doing the offensive. There might be a case where the Ukrainians are actually trying to push closer towards Chervenopopivka, whilst the Russians actually launch a counteroffensive to try to push them back. So maybe that's what is happening. There's also fighting towards Zizlivka, according to the Russian Defense Ministry in today's report. And of course, so I just want to highlight for those that are not familiar, when I put Russian Defense Ministry report and it's on the 3rd, there's a high chance this is talking about the situation over on the 2nd. But the problem with the Russian report is that they do not report it in the morning. They report it at noon, and when they report at noon, they actually report some of the information that is happening on the very day itself. So, like for example, this report is on the 3rd. This thing could be happening on the 2nd, or it could also be happening in the morning of the 3rd. So it's to make sure that we don't put something that is too that's happening today to be attributed to yesterday, which is why I put it 3rd. Or else the information might actually come from might actually be referring to something happened on the 2nd. So, and reminder, no 5,000 likes. We need to hit this. No, smash the like button. No, or just plant some mines. IED will do also. Over the Sviatove front, this is a Sviatove city. yes, there is fighting reported towards Kolomishchika or Kolomishaiha, and this is reported today by the Russian Defense Ministry. And over at the Kuzymivka region, the Ukrainians has been continue to attack towards Kuzymivka on the 2nd and on the 3rd. Oh, I write the wrong month here. This is 12. and then there's information on news coming out from Novoselivsky. The pro-Ukrainian source Deep State UA actually reported that Novoselivsky has been captured, and they've judged by certain videos that was being released at Novoselivsky. They kind of analyzed that actually is captured by the Russian. But however, in the latest information, the latest post on their Telegram channel, they mentioned that they have confirmed that Novoselivsky is not captured by the Russian yet, because the Russians have not captured the western side. So around 2 streets, maybe this cluster, let me draw out. I think this cluster here is still under Ukrainian control. So which is why this information is currently invalidated. So the icon was previously actually a red flag, so now I've just changed it into a blue exclamation mark to indicate. But these small streets are not seems to be very easy to defend. Moving on to further up north, at the Kupiansk region, we have fighting reported at Kulyarivka, and the Russians actually detected the offensive, and they actually launched a preemptive attempt to stop them. So looks like the operation towards Kotlярivka did not really work out, and there's no other fighting reported around the Kupiansk region. So it's getting I think this is going to be the neglected front very, very soon. And we do not have any cross-border raids from the Russian side into the Kharkiv region. And I think that's all for the summary of 282 for the 2nd of December. And remember, DPA Army, we have to defeat the YouTube shadow banning unit. Their army has been treating us very badly. So we need to launch some missile strikes on the like button. So hit them 5,000 times and we'll achieve victory for today. And hopefully by the end of the month we'll get 100,000 subs. So not 10,000 actually. I actually wrote, this is the wrong operation. I actually write wrongly. It's actually 100,000, not 10,000. God. Okay. And yes. So let me adjust. Let me change. It's 100,000. God, this is embarrassing. Yeah. No, this is I call this, I blame this on the fog of war. This is actually the YouTube's fault. YouTube shadow banned my head. So and that's all, and I'll see you in the next update.